Hey, what's up? Yo, yo, yo. So I've been playing the alpha, and I'm level 36, and I'm pretty sure that I've done everything that I can do in the alpha, as far as like story wise and stuff goes. So basically, I just wanted to make a video, kind of like going over just like some general stuff, man. Let's see. Kind of like options, interface, you know, Glamour, the parser, leveling, some of the other systems that are in this game. And again, this is just the alpha, and I haven't had too much playtime in this. I want to say probably maybe like 15 hours so far, something like that. Yeah, like 15 hours. Okay. So first and foremost, I decided to play Spearmaster. I'm gonna go through the game again with a friend. The alpha still has a few days left, so I'm gonna try to get another job up. So far, I really enjoy Spearmaster. The three jobs that I personally was very interested in is Spearmaster, Reaper, and Berserker. I had planned to play either Berserker or Reaper first, but I ended up playing Spearmaster just because I watched the video. This job is a DPS and or tank. It can pull enemies together, which I really like. It has a few a couple pull moves. Has like a bunch of dashes and stuff. Man, it's just, I don't know, man. It just seemed I don't know, just seemed really fun, and it has been. And like I said, I'm level 36. So yeah, so I guess, so just to start, let's see. So I kind of want to go over this real quick, man, because this is like really important to me as the interface. All right, so yeah, that's a lot. Okay, so that's a lot of crap. All right. Okay, so basically it's like this. All right, this is an MMO. So whenever I play an MMO, I try to take all the stuff from previous MMOs and I just import it, I guess, if you will. I try to keep everything as much like the previous MMO as I can. Now I understand that that's not always the case, because, you know, like different MMO styles, like just to give you an example, so like I mostly play Final Fantasy 14, but I have played like Ion, Guild Wars, Terra, Rift. I've played a lot of MMOs. But basically, this particular interface that I'm trying to like replicate is Final Fantasy 14's. So in 14, you know, you have like your HP bar, your what is it, like your gauge, whatever your gauge is. This could be MP, it could be rage, it could be, you know, whatever, you know. So you have that like right here, and then my hotbars are a little weird. So instead of using like quick bar, you know, like 1 2 1 2 and 3, I decided to go with 5 and 6, because these are like these are two rows of 6. So I play with an MMO mouse. If you don't know what one of those are, this is what it is. So it has 1 through 12 on the side. So basically I can keybind all my buttons in 2 hotbars. Now, if you look, there's not very many buttons in this game, like compared to other MMOs. Like, you know, I mentioned the MMOs that I played. I did try WoW. It just wasn't my thing. But you know, like games like WoW 14, you know, like some of the games they have a lot of buttons. Like 14, some of the jobs in 14 have a ridiculous amount of buttons. They have too many buttons. One really awesome thing about this game is that it condenses some stuff. So basically it saves on button space, while at the same time still having a good amount of, like, I guess, abilities. So, well, what do I mean by that? What I mean is this single move here is actually 3. And then this move right here, well, okay. So basically you have this hit. So that's 4, and then that's 4. So you have 3 different abilities all on one button. And then this move, which is 5, this one. Okay, so that is just that one. However, you know, like I said, it saves on button space. So whenever you use certain abilities, like your other abilities change. So like this will change into, you know, something else. This will change into something else. But, you know, before I get too far into that, because that'll probably be another video down the road. I don't really want to just focus on Spearmaster now. I kind of want to focus on like general settings and stuff. Anyway, yeah, whenever you like lose an item, they just mail it to you. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, but so basically, even though it looks like I have a lot of hotbar space here, I have more abilities than what it seems like I have. So with all that being said, not trying to get off track too much. My interface is basically like, I try to mimic 14 because that is the current MMO that I'm playing, which I highly recommend if you haven't played it. Very, very new player friendly. And I've been playing that for I don't know, 7-8 years or something like that. So basically, that's what I try to do. So my hotbars are set up in that way. Now, obviously, you can set up your hotbars however you want. You can also use a controller for this game. I haven't tried controller just because I don't really use controller on MMOs, but I know it's like, you know, a lot of people in 14 use controllers too, and I assume controllers will be popular in this game. But basically, the interface setting, you can really customize it. Like, you can move everything around. You can make things disappear. Like if you notice, like right here, this quick bar 2, like it doesn't matter where I put this, right? Because this quick bar 2, it's not even active, so you're not going to see it, right? So you can put it here, you put it here, it doesn't matter. So you can turn a lot of this stuff off. You know, you can also move a lot of stuff. But to me, an interface is extremely important. Some people don't really care, but I think it's a very underrated thing to explain, and I think it's very important to the game that the interface is good, because it needs to be, you know, clean. It needs to be to where you can look at it and not like, you know, fucking cringe, you know, and it's just very important to me. You can also, you know, obviously you can, once you set your hotbars on one character, for example, it's like that for all your characters if you want it to be. I currently have this character is level 36, or yeah, 36. I'm kind of messing around with a berserker. Is level like I think 8 or 9, and then I'm gonna play through the game with a friend as a Reaper. So once you set your hotbars and, you know, all of your menuing and stuff, it's all gonna be the same. Okay, so I really like the interface settings in this game. So another thing I want to talk about, which is another really important thing, is this game has a built-in parser, which is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I think every MMO should have this. This is very important to the game. And so as you can see, this is not lazy. This is not a lazy built-in parser. Okay, it even has a threat monitor. Now, I haven't really needed to use a threat monitor because, like I've said, I've pretty much just been playing solo. And all the dungeons that I've done, the first dungeon had 2 NPCs to go with you to make sure you wouldn't die. The second dungeon was just you, and the third dungeon was just you. But they were all pretty easy, nothing too crazy. I did massive pulls, and I lived through it, and it wasn't too hard. Now, again, that's just the story mode. Okay, that's just the story mode. So basically, the dungeons in this game. So like this is the first one. Let's see. Where did it go? Okay, so this is the first dungeon right here. You know, Yemo City. This is the second dungeon that I did. Nightmare Temple. And then this is the third dungeon that I did. Frostbitten Path. Chow Prison and Raging River Ruins. I don't know if you can do this. Like I said, there's still a few days left on the alpha, so I might try to mess around and see if I can actually go in here, but I don't think you can. So how this works is, you know, you have like your different dungeons, and then you have drill, normal, hard, and then extreme. So I basically your level is right here. This Chu Kui Plain 13. Okay, so okay, trigger warning. All right, I can't pronounce anything in this game. Okay, so my bad. All right, I'm sorry, my bad. I can't pronounce shit. Look at me. I'm K Kona as fuck. I can't pronounce any. I can't pronounce any of this. Okay, but I use context clues to figure the shit out. Okay, so basically, level 13 you can go in. Now this says, form a team with 4 to 10 players to enter the instance. The difficulty of the enemies in the instance and certain skill mechanisms change based on the number of your teammates. The loot allocation mode of this difficulty level is individual pickup, and other allocation modes are invalid. Okay, so that's pretty much the same. So like you can have up to 4 to 10 people, but like I said, I just went in by myself. So I have not been in these dungeons with another person. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that later, but this is just kind of like, this is mostly just based on a solo playthrough. Now I understand that the game's probably going to be a little different if you play with multiple people. I understand that, but this is just from, an alpha perspective, just going through the game, by yourself. You can do these by yourself. The number of teammates 4 to 10. Even if you just single pull, it's still really easy. So because there's a lot of people that just play MMOs just by themselves. They just play for the story, which this game has a ridiculous amount of like story content and text just in the alpha alone. It's crazy. Now, okay, I'm gonna say this from the start. Okay, I am not a lore guy. I'm not a story guy. I care about gameplay, and that's it. The game could literally have no story, and I would be completely fine with that. And I understand that people are like, "You're crazy. Why are you playing the game?" Well, we all play the game for different reasons, right? Okay, well, the reason why I'm playing the game is for the combat, for the dungeons, that kind of stuff. It is what it is. So I couldn't tell you anything about the story, but I can tell you that I skipped a lot of cutscenes. Okay, I skipped a lot of cutscenes and I mashed through a lot of text. So I'm sure there's a lot there. You could tell they put a lot of work into it. All right, that's all I was trying to say. So anyway, back to these dungeons. All right, so. Like I said, I'm going to run through these with a friend. So going back to what I was saying. So this is level 13. Now for normal and hard, you need this level cap. This Kai Guang A Plane 1. Okay. Yeah. So I cannot get this. I assume it's level 50. I assume this is level 50. I could definitely be wrong. This right here is the main story. The main story is pretty easy to find. You just open up your map and, you tab all the way out till you get the world map, and it'll pull up all these different chapters. Now, these are all the chapters. Now, at first I thought that I would have access to all 9 of these, but when I got here, I just ran out of stuff to do. So right here it says current quest. Well, there's nothing, and current map. There's nothing. I asked in the Discord if this was the end. I haven't got an answer yet, but if it's not the end, then cool. I'll try to do these. But if it is the end, that's completely fine. This game, the alpha already had 36 levels in it, so that's already way more than I expected. I only expected to be like level 20, 25, like at most. But they let you explore a lot of areas in the alpha. So here's the different areas which I'll go by, and I'll show all the areas off a little bit, because this game is very, very, very pretty. Very, very gorgeous game. But basically you have just all these different maps and stuff, and it might look a little overwhelming, but it is a little. It didn't take me too long to get it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But the main story, man, you just you go here, and then main quest progress, tells you how far, tells you what you need to do. Some of these I think are a little off. Like let's see, for this one, for example, the Demon Chow. So it says ride the wind, not accepted. So when I go here and I go to this quest, I can't actually pick up this quest because I need that. Oh man, it would really help if I knew how to pronounce this. Okay, Kai Gang Plane 1. I need that to pick up the quest. So I don't know how to get this. I don't know. I have no idea. Like I said, this is a really fresh alpha play. So I'm probably missing something. But you know, I wanted to make this video kind of in the middle of me figuring everything out. So anyway, the dungeons, man. All the dungeons have been pretty cool so far. They all have 3 bosses. They all have trash mobs. It's just all standard stuff. Like, you know, you go in. They haven't been very hard. But there is a. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, so each of the dungeons, and I believe they have this in WoW too. They have like a dungeon codex. Where this is the Yemo city. So right here, this is this dungeon, and so these are the bosses. Right here, these are the 3 bosses. So it tells you what the bosses do, basically. Now, you know, like charges random melee fighters to deal damage and strike enemies and knock them down. So then it gives you, you know, it's physical damage, high damage with CC. This is physical damage. This is, you know, physical and magic. So, you know, it tells you the recommended gear level. So basically it has all your info. So it's like, you know, it's called the Dungeon Codex. So this is pretty cool. Now Chow Prison, they don't have anything for Chow Prison, and they don't have anything for Raging, or you know what, maybe they do. Yeah, they don't. Okay, no, they do. Okay. Yeah, these are the dungeons that I can't go into yet. So, see, so like I kind of think that they're in the game. I just don't know how to get to them. Or maybe they're going to be in the beta, because keep in mind, this is still the alpha. So, you know, who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'll find out that they are in the game. But anyway, so you can always like look these up, and you know, these are the difficulties. So drill is story mode, I guess. And you know, all of these, you know, you can like find up all the, you can like look up all the information on the bosses, and like some of them, like they add, yeah, like they add mechanics, yeah, boss strat, like see it, yeah. So there's there's a lot to this. They put in a lot of effort for this, which is nice, man, which is nice. But like I said, I haven't done anything that's really been that hard. So I haven't done any in-game yet. So I really hope, I really hope that the in-game dungeons are challenging, and because the combat is so fun. The combat is really fun in this game. Well, I mean, obviously that's going to be personal preference, but to me it's really fun. If you're a fan of Terra combat or Guild Wars 2 combat, something like that, then you're going to like this, because the combat in this game is very fun. It's very fast paced. Yeah, it's really fun. Sorry. Yeah. Talking about the parser, kind of got off track here. So yeah, has a threat monitor, has a parser. It tells you all of this stuff. This is really good. So the fact that this is in this game is really awesome, and I'm a big advocate of parsers. Like I love parsers. I think that they are very important to improving yourself, like as a player. You know, there's some people that are, you know, butthurt, like, oh, elitist and all that crap. It's no, they're just dumb. They're just fucking dumb. You know, if you're the person that goes around and, you know, downs other people because, you know, your numbers are slightly higher, then you have little dick syndrome, you know. Parsers are amazing, and they're really good for self-improvement. Like, just to get, like, okay, here's a funny story, all right? So the first time that I did the first dungeon in the game, they give, I mentioned earlier, they give you 2 NPCs. They give you a healer and they give you a tank. Okay, well, the tank was dealing 2 times as much damage as me. Like, okay, all right, whoa. We got to figure this out. Okay, so I looked at what he was doing, and I was like, oh, okay, I got you, because it parses the NPCs too. It parses everything. It parses the enemy. It parses the NPC. It parses everything. And then, and then I did it again. I did the run back. I did it again. And then I was doing like 3-4 times as much DPS as the NPC. So the fact that there's a parser in this game, awesome. Thank you, thank you for the parser. So yeah, man. So the interface is good. Parser, the dungeons. There's a lot of systems in this game that it's a bit overwhelming at first, but like I said, I have around 15 hours. It could be 17. Could be 14, somewhere around 15 hours. I haven't no lifed it or anything. I've mostly been playing on my off days from stream. But it's been really fun, and hasn't taken me too long. I will say this though, the quests do need to give you a bit more experience. They need to give you a little bit more experience, because I've done every quest and every main story quest, and I got gated twice. I got gated around level 18, I think, and I got gated around level 24. And that's not good. That's not good. So, well, what do I mean by that? Basically, I did all the quests, and then I had to go find other things to do that were not quests to boost my level, which shouldn't be. If you do the main story and all the quests, that should carry you all the way. You should never have to stop and detour and do something else to get experience. In my opinion. This is not like it was, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, where MMOs were super grindy. No. Anybody got time for that? Anybody got time for that nonsense now? So that was my only complaint of leveling, really. The leveling in this game, I'm not really going to do a video on it or anything like that, because it's not really needed. Like, if you have ever played an MMO, then you are going to excel at leveling in this game, because leveling in this game is exactly the same shit as it is in every other game. The leveling in this game, there's just simply quality of life stuff in this game. So basically, all the quests, they'll have a marker. They will always have a marker. So like, take these snow stains, for example. Okay, well, this is so this is what they call heroic event. Basically, it's a fate, it's a rift, it's just a place on the map that you can go and do an objective, and you can get experience. And they have these all over the map. Now, these are not in every map. Okay, so like, these are in this map, and they are in the village here. These are and there's different types. So like, the hand is like a gather. You're collecting things. This is a boss monster. This is use item. This is just kill a bunch of stuff. So they're fates. If you play Final Fantasy, they're fates. If you played Rift, they're rifts. I'm sure they have in Guild Wars 2. If you've ever played Guild Wars 2, they're just like things on the map. They're just quests on the map. So that's pretty much what they are. And they're in this zone. They're in this zone. They're not really in any other zone, at least from what I can think of. Yeah. So this is a world monster, for example. Basically, everything you hover over, it'll tell you what it is. This is a world monster. I've already killed it. It's really easy. You can solo it. It just gives you, it just gives you that. Now, there's a couple things. There are a couple things that I have never seen before. Well, okay, I've never seen it in this form, I guess. I don't know if I want to say I've never seen it before, but basically, okay, so there are these little golden and red like things that are around, and these are all like boss mobs. So let me go on the map that I'm on. So right here, so this is a water sprite. Now I've already killed this one. This is a single player boss. So they're different. You can tell by the the icon here. So like this is a team, and I don't know what a team is. I don't know if that's a 2-player or a 3-player, but there's a team one and then there's a group one. So I imagine that the group one, because I guess it looks bigger on the map because there's more I guess there's more to the icon. I would imagine that the group one is harder than the team one. Now I haven't done these. I've tried to solo a team one. It has way too much HP. I think I could have killed it if I would have been a healing job. I think it didn't do a tremendous amount of damage to me. I have killed one. I've killed one team one, but it was like really low level. It took me like 3 minutes to kill. So the team ones are very, very HP spongy. I never tried a group one, but I imagine this is like at least 4 people, whereas the team is, you need at least 2, maybe 3, something like that. So this gives you more stuff. So this is probably the hardest one. But basically, how you, and I've never really seen this type of system in the game, but I'll go kill one to show you guys. So yeah, there's mounts in this game, and then you can fly. You don't need to unlock anything to fly. You get your mount through the. I don't know if this mount's going to be in the game or be in the actual like beta or release, but it's pretty lit. It's just a sword you fly on. You can sprint. You can sprint in air. Okay, so I'm gonna like come across this guy. Now this guy's like right around here. All right, so. Now, for some reason, he's not showing up on the map. I think it's because I already killed him. But so you get these 2 different things. You get an Underworld Lantern and an Akabane Banner. Now, I'll talk about the Lantern in a bit because that's another system I want to kind of talk about. But the Banner, so whenever you see one of these things, it doesn't show up until you use this. So you use this, and then it'll put you in like a, I don't know, like a different, I guess, dimension or something, and then the mob will spawn. So basically you just kill it, and oh, I kind of messed up already. Anyway, that's okay. Yeah, so it's not hard. Alright, so you kill it, and then, oh wait, more guys. Okay. Yeah, so then you get rewards. So like, here, let me move my camera real quick. Okay, so like for instance, I got 4372 EXP. I got blood prestige, demon destruction increased by 390, and then I got some tokens. So you get things for killing them, and because like I don't know what the actual level cap is, but if I really wanted to, I could sit here and like farm these things like all day. My experience right now is 44,000 out of 229, so that'd take me, I mean, it'd take me a little bit. They have a respawn. Normally it tells a respawn, but yeah. Anyway, like I said, if I had like a couple people to play this with, we could just farm these. So like here's another one that I could go kill. And yeah, so there are these systems on the map. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show was this system here, and this one's pretty cool. So whenever you use this, you will enter a soul journey status. If you use it in the soul journey, your soul, basically you go into like a different type of map. Oh, geez. Okay, so this is this. Oh my lord. Okay, I've never used this here. What is this? Haven't been. Okay, basically, so this is a really interesting system. I don't know how deep this goes. I haven't really explored this very much, but this is kind of the same principle where when you go into this realm, so like you see how the challenge difficulty says team, and there's only 1, and then this is a team 2 difficulty, team 1 difficulty. Okay, so there's like a bunch of these. So it's kind of like the banner stuff, just a different way. You go into a different realm. Okay, so I am gonna fly over there. I've never seen this guy, so I'm gonna fly over there, and I'm gonna see what this guy is about. But I like that there is stuff to do on the world map. I think that is cool. I enjoy that a lot. What the heck? Oh, there he is. There's the boy. All right. Whew. All right, well. Oh, there he is. All right, this is a no coward video, so we are definitely 110% gonna attack it. And I'll show you what it looks like when you die in this game. I'll show you what it looks like when you die in this game. All right, so let's go. All right, so as you can see, I'm not doing like much to his HP, like at all. Oh God. Okay. Huh. All right, I missed like an idiot. All right. Okay, I'm really not doing any damage to this guy. All right, so I'm gonna just Okay, so I'm dead here. All right, so when you die in this realm, yeah, so you have to, when you die in this realm, you have to just leave the area. Now you can immediately go back. When you die, I'll show you what happens when you... Basically, this is where I was, like, before I went over there. So, yeah, that guy's back. So, when you're in this realm... you have these abilities. So, you have, like, this ability. Now, I'm not 100% sure on what all of these do. I have killed mobs in this realm before, and I've used this, and it has absorbed their essence, and you know, this bar or whatever fills up. Which, let's see, chance of additional loot from the world boss. Yeah, so I guess this is a world boss then. Yeah, so I guess the idea is you go around and you kill all of these guys, and you raise your chance and your luck, and then you kill this guy. So it's kind of cool. It's like a map within a map, I guess. It's just something more to do on the world map, other than, you know, because once you get to end game, I don't like I said, I mostly play, you know, Final Fantasy 14, but I have played other stuff. But basically, once you get to end game, it's the earlier maps, they don't matter anymore, like, at all, really. But this is kind of a neat way to make them matter, I guess. If you want to get out of this realm, then you just hit this. So you just hit it again. That's it. And it'll take you back. If you die on the overworld map, so if you die in like the normal realm, you have two choices as of right now. You can resurrect immediately of where you were. Let me just pull a bunch of these. Maybe I'll... Alright, let's see if they... Okay. Okay, so when you die, like, you don't really lose like any experience right now, and you have two choices here. You can get up here, or you can return to a previous dragon star. Now the dragon stars are kind of like, I guess just res points, if you will, and they look like this on the map. It might be, like, basically what I'm thinking is, I don't know why you'd ever want to return to a previous dragon star. I guess for a death warp, maybe, like, let's say you want to save some time or something. So let's say instead of like running back to here, I'll just kill myself here and then be ported back there. So maybe that's a thing. But I've mostly just done this. I've mostly just rezzed it where I have been. And then whenever you res, you have these, you know, just immune to damage and that kind of stuff, just to be able to get away from the enemies, everything. So another neat thing. Well, yeah. So So that's kind of cool about the lantern. You can use the lantern on any map. And again, this is the alpha, and I'm like halfway through kind of understanding stuff. Like I have a pretty good understanding, but I know I am missing stuff. So, you know, I still have a lot to learn about the game. But basically, I'm just, you know, saying what I have, what my experiences have been, what I have learned in the alpha so far. But pretty much you have, you know, I like this system. I like the banner system, and both times you use these, you get, you know, you get like rewards and stuff, and they tell you what rewards you get. You get all that stuff. I don't even know what any of that means. It tells you if you've completed it or not. All of these are like, I guess, dailies. Excuse me. All of these are dailies apparently. So you could do these every day to get stuff. It tells you what level. So, it says Chu Kai playing level 35. So I'm level 36. So you know I'm well in the range or whatever. It says the same thing for these two. It just, you know, this is a group one, this is a team one, and these are all over the map, all over every map. And so is the Soul Lantern. So is the Soul Lantern stuff. So yeah, so there's a lot of stuff to do, like in the open world. Let's see here. I got a little notepad here. Okay, so yeah, basically the main story, pretty much like every other MMO that I played. Leveling is pretty much like in every other MMO that I've played. Cloud Rise. This is kind of like the main hub, if you will. It's kind of like the main hub. There's pretty much everything here. Down here in this section, the Plateau of Torrential Fog. These are where all the class job places are. So like right here is the Spearmaster. You know, right here is the Berserker. Right here is the Reaper. You know, Spell Sword. These are where all these are. And if you want to try to shortcut somewhere, you can teleport. If you go to your map, you can use this transfer rune, and it'll summon the portal to the Star Tempest. Now the Star Tempest is the Spearmaster area, but you can do this for. Well, I'm gonna assume you can do it for the other jobs too. Like I said, I only have this one really leveled. I do have a Berserker, but you can teleport back here. So yeah, this is really neat. This is the Spearmaster's place. This is their training grounds and stuff. Another really cool thing that you can do is if you don't know how to get to somewhere. So like this, like I said, this is kind of like the main hub, like Cloud Rise. So let's say let's say I'm in Zongon Foothills or whatever, you know, and I'm like, oh, you know, how do I get back to Cloud Rise? I can't really remember. Well, there's portals that are all around, you know. There's portals that are all around. But let's say I don't know. Let's say you just don't want to use a portal. Well, you can do this. So you can these nodes here called the Lotus Terrace. Well, if you just click it, it'll autopilot you there. Like it'll just take you there. So that's really cool. That'll help you learn like where the areas are and stuff. I purposely did not use this, so I would have to force myself to understand how the map's connected and stuff. But nobody has to do that. Like that's just, I mean, I'm probably going to use this anyway, even though I know how to get to every place. I just did it that way so that I would have a slightly better understanding of how like the map's connected and stuff. But yeah, but you just hit that, and so as I mentioned earlier, like, you know, my character came out of right here. This is where this Spearmaster place is. So my character is going to go up here, then over here, and then all the way right here. This main hub is really cool. Very neat. Very pretty area. I'll show you guys the other areas of the game too. Like I said, this game is very pretty. The game is very pretty. To do this like fast maneuver, you just hit shift, or I think that's the keybind. I can't remember if I changed it or not, but so in all the areas there'll be this map of the upper world. Okay, well, I actually maybe not in all. Yeah, not in all, but in some areas there's a map that you can go to. Like there was a map in the Spearmaster place. There's a map in Cloud Rise. So you just go here, and this is, you can go to. Now it says that this area is locked, but I can actually go here. So I guess it's just locked if you teleport from here. Basically, you can't teleport to this place from here for whatever reason. But yeah. Let's just go here. So like these are just two different points on the map. One of them's like north, one of them's south, I think. But the areas in the alpha in this game so far are all really cool, really neat. I can't remember what my favorite one is called. Like I said, the words and the translation in this alpha is not good. It is not good. But they told us that though. They said that the translation was going to be like kind of bad. So it was to be expected. When I was leveling, I kind of blasted through all this. I didn't really take a chance to like look at the scenery too heavily. To be honest, I kind of wanted to save it for this video because I knew I was going to do it eventually. But man, this game looks pretty good, man. I have high hopes for this game, but I have not played any in-game, so I'm the type of player that I focus mostly on in-game. Yeah, I focus mostly on in-game. So if hold on, we're in. Oh, right. Okay. Okay. So anyway, what I was saying was, I mostly play, I mostly focus on in-game. So, like I said, I really hope ooh, what's going on? Oh my Lord. I mostly focus on in-game, so that's why I'm really hoping that the dungeons and the raids are really good. I purposely haven't spoiled myself of that, by looking it up on YouTube or anything. I will though after this alpha. I will after the alpha, but I wanted to go in to the alpha with a completely fresh perspective, and just not having seen much, if anything at all, really. And I'm glad I did. I didn't want to look up too much stuff. I did look up one dungeon run before the alpha, and that dungeon is actually in the alpha. Ooh, wait. Okay. So some areas you can't fly. This is a city. So you can't actually fly in the city. Oh, right. Yeah, okay. But yeah, man, like the game is very pretty. Can run on water. This is my personal favorite area of the game. I'm a big fan of like autumn and fall, that kind of stuff. Oh wait. Oh come on. It's weird. This is normally autopilot has worked every single time, but it's so weird that it doesn't work like now. Crazy, man. See if I can do this. Can I do another transfer? Ah, okay, cooldown's in progress. All right. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay. I'll just go back to Cloud Rise. Like I said, there's like teleports around, like all around. Like if you played 14, you can pretty much teleport to anywhere from wherever you are. This game is a little bit more limited, but it's not limited to the point where it's like too tedious or anything. I think it's fine. But in games like 14, you can just teleport anywhere, like wherever you are. Also, games like 14, the open map doesn't really matter very much, unfortunately. Oops. It gets me every time, man. That like whistle. There's a couple other things I wanted to talk about. Oops. Yeah, there's a couple other things I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to show a couple of the maps because, man, it's very nice to level in these areas. So this was my personally my favorite area of this game so far, or well, one of them rather. But like I said, I'm a big fan of like fall, and there's this one and there's one other. I'm a big fan of like fall, so all the different colored leaves and stuff were really nice. Also, there's different weather effects. There's night, there's day. You know, there's a lot. There's a lot going on. A lot going on. Man, this is nice though. This is nice though. All right. Anyway. Okay. So there's a couple other things I want to talk about. I want to talk about the combat a little bit. I want to talk about the skill system, the skill trees. Let me just land real quick. Let me find a nice spot. All right. So more or less. Okay. So this game has a lot to it. So First off, there's like, you know, a skill tree type of system. I've only got 4 points. So I've been a DPS spec pretty much the entire game because I haven't found a need to tank yet in the alpha. There's nothing that's been damaging enough that I've needed to tank. So like, you know, each one of these nodes gives you a point. So, you know, there's like a, you know, then you get here and you have a choice. You know what I'm saying? So you have a choice, and then it looks like here you have another choice, and yeah. So that's for the DPS tree. For the tanking tree, you start up here, and, you know, you go here, and then you have a choice, and you get here and you have another choice. So, you know, there's a lot to it. Now, I don't know how many of these points you actually get. Yeah, I don't know how many, like I'm not sure how like deep this is going to go, but I mean, I assume you can get enough to, like, I assume you can go from here all the way to here, basically. This is the DPS tree, that's the tank tree, and then you can also check what your points have been doing, or what you've been doing with your points rather. So there's that, and then here's the skill list. So this is just, these are all your abilities and moves in a second. Or these are all your abilities and moves. I'll get to that in 1 second. So this is just general stuff. Like, yeah, you can put, you know, you can drag stuff from it on your hotbar. You can do the same thing with your combat. There's just so much stuff. There's just so much stuff. Now, I don't really okay, I didn't even know I could use this. All right, so okay, I guess we're learning something new every time. Okay, I didn't even know I could put that on my hotbar. So there's yeah, so this is the transfer rune. You know, you could put that on your hotbar. Yeah, all this stuff. So here's the skills. Now you can switch. Now this is the tanking tree, and you know you have all this stuff on the tanking tree too. But here's the DPS tree that I've been using. So this it's extremely self-explanatory, which is good. So basically these are your two basic moves right here. Now, like I said, this is just for Spearmaster. I have played a little bit of Berserker, so that's why I don't want to get too into this, because it might be completely different for another job. I'm not sure yet. It's cool that it just tells you what all of this does. So like these are your 2 damage skills. These are your change move. So basically, you know, this move will turn into this one. I'm sorry. These three moves will change these 2. So what do I mean by that? So it says change move. So like basically when you use this, it will change these moves. And then this is like your control, your CC. So it says, let's see, knocks them out for 4 seconds. So this is basically like a knockdown for 4 seconds. This is a remove self-control, so uncontrolled. So this is your you know, your break CC. This is your interrupt, support, suppression, which this is a gap closer. This is that moves you back. Army breaker moves you forward. This is a defensive cooldown. You know, survive, and then these are your change move damage. So like basically when you do one of these change moves, it changes these into this. Now that's a lot to read. Basically, long story short, you use one of these 3 moves, it buffs these 2 and changes them, and then that's how you do your damage. That's long story short. There's a lot of different, like I said, I don't want to go too deep into it because then it would turn into like a Spearmaster fucking overview, and this is just a general overview. But the skill tree, or sorry, the skill page is pretty self-explanatory. They definitely need to work on the translation though, but like I said again, they knew that from the start. Here is one interesting thing. For Spearmaster, at least, you have 2 different like stances, I guess, if you will. There's a spear stance and a tassel stance. So like you basically take your spear and you like break it in 2. Now you got 2 parts, and depending on which stance you use, it changes certain moves. So now you have even more moves. So it's just really cool to see this amount of I guess like work put into it. Like to me this is interesting. Like this is kind of cool, you know. Like I mean, I'm sure there'll be like a meta build and stuff, but you know, from first perspective, this is pretty cool just because I'm not used to this kind of stuff. This is like I haven't seen this kind of stuff in a while. But like I said, I mostly play 14, so but anyway, yeah, so this is the skill tree. You know, you can switch your mastery. Your mastery is just basically, you know, what role you are. So like I'm DPS. If I switch to tank, which is phalanx. And then now this skill tree, or this this ability tree becomes active, and then you get, in addition to all these skills up here, you get these things called astral blessings, where you can buff stuff. So like, you know, you have a choice. You can, the charge of Clouded Hand increases by 2. So this ability here, Clouded Hand, well now I have 3 charges. Well, if I take it off, I can get, you know, Heavenly Fang applies 3-second roar. So now the charges go away, but I have another move that's buffed. Like I said, I really haven't messed around with them. Yeah, I really haven't messed around with tank very much. But tank tank is a lot easier than DPS, or at least in my initial impression. At least your GCD wise goes. But I really like this a lot. And another thing is, this game actually has tutorials, which is another really good thing. So it has, you know, DPS basics, advanced DPS drills, survival tactics, and then well, yeah, it also has tanking stuff too. So like all of this stuff, and you can start these from anywhere. You just hit start training. Now it will teleport you. I don't want to be teleported right now, but you know what? We'll just do it. We'll just do it real quick to show you. But this is really nice that they put this in the game. It's very nice they put this in the game. So basically this is saying, you know, use this skill. You know, rage is a resource that Spear Masters use to perform actions. Okay, so start training. So what it wants you to do is build up your rage. So you just spam this. This is Dragon Tooth. This is the skill that was displayed. Oh, another really cool thing that I forgot to mention is that if you hover over these skills, look at that. You see that cone? It will tell you the it will tell you the area of effect that the ability is. So like that's a line. This is, you know, 180. That's a line. That's AoE, just all around you. So like this is really cool. This stuff is really cool. Okay, anyway, yeah. So we're gonna fill up this rage bar basically. All right. So now we're gonna use Black Dragon Cleaver, which is gonna be a secondary, which is gonna be another damaging move. It's just gonna be a 5. So we're just gonna use it 4 times. Drain all of our rage. So basically what the game is saying is if you want to build rage, use Dragon Tooth. If you want to use rage, use Dragon Cleaver. So what this is saying is, okay. Alright, so basically abilities with the move that look like this. So see how this says staff strength? Okay, so staff strength, you know, staff strength, staff strike. You know, if they say that, these 3 moves are going to change what Dragon Tooth does and what Black Dragon Cleaver does. So basically we need to use one of these and then watch. Okay, so now this has changed. This is not the one anymore. So you can see this buff. Alright. So more or less this Dragon Tooth changes into Northern Lights, pretty much. So then we just do it again. And that's it. So you have all the different, like you have just the fact that they put that in the game is very interesting. It's just very good, very good, because it's at least an attempt to try to get people to play the game right. You know what I mean? And it helped me. It helped me. So the fact that that's in the game is really good. So let's see. I got a cheat sheet here on all what I wanted to talk about. Okay, so one of the last things, man, I wanted to talk about is the glamour, because that's all anybody cares about games anymore. So this is obviously just the alpha. Okay, this is just some alpha stuff. Now they gave us 100,000 of these tokens. Now the game The game is not pay to win. This game has been out in China for like, I think 3 years. Don't quote me on that, but it's been out in China for a while. And it's to my knowledge, it's not pay to win there. And when it comes out here, it's not going to be pay to win. All of this stuff in the like weapons, like these are just cosmetics. I mean, there's some really, really cool cosmetics, but like all of this stuff is just cosmetic based. And when you do the glamour in this game is really, really good. So like, basically like, so take this headpiece. Okay, well, that's my character's like normal hair. But if you show your helmet, depending on the helmet, it will actually change their hair. But let's say I don't want this helmet. Okay, well, these are the helmets that I've gathered throughout the game right here. So once you get an item, the item is stored. So like basically you don't have to hoard a bunch of gear. Like once you get an item, the item glamour is stored. So like you can look at all this different stuff. This is my current helmet right there. And the same thing goes for all these chest pieces. It's just everything in the game is like stored like this. You can even see stuff that you don't even have yet. So like, yeah, but you can do this for every piece. So the glamour in this game is really, really good. And then, you know, when you buy stuff, you know, once you buy it, you know, it goes in your glamour dresser or whatever. Okay. Okay, so there's... Oh. Okay, the hair and like wind physics in this game or whatever are just they're crazy. I got an axe sticking out of my head. Okay, anyway, so the glamour in this game is really, really good, and it's not, you know, it's not tedious. It's yeah, really, really good, and it's, you know, as you can see, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, so it's really nice. So, okay, this video has already been way too long. Yeah, anyway, so I think that's about it, just from the different type of systems in the game, just from the core systems. Like I said, the leveling in this game is just like every other MMO that I've played. You know, you talk to a person, you either have to go kill something or go gather something, or talk to another person. The leveling in this game is the same as every other MMO. The only difference is that you know, it's just there's a tad bit more quality of life, whereas you'll have like let's say I had to kill these. Well, there'd be like a gold line going to it. It's not like it doesn't like reinvent anything, but it's fast, it's convenient, you know, and it's not bad. It's the same. If you enjoy leveling in other MMOs, you will enjoy leveling in this game, especially just because of the areas you go, the ambient music. It's really nice, man. I normally can't stand leveling, but this game wasn't too bad. Like I said, I mostly focus on in-game. So I'm still waiting for, you know, some multiplayer dungeons, some raids, you know, that kind of stuff. But so far it's been a really good experience. And I find the combat very fun. Yeah, the leveling in this game is not anything special, but it's, you know, it's not bad at all either. Pretty much that's pretty much it. I still got like 4 days left to play. I'm gonna make a few more videos on the game. I understand, you know, there's a lot of information out there, and this is just from a fresh person's perspective who's played MMOs before, in the past, played a lot of MMOs, and I've never played this one before, and so far I like it. So far I like it a lot. But like I said, if I determining, The in-game content, I'm also a fan of PvP, so you know I like a mix of both PvE and PvP. Hopefully the in-game will be really good, but I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, man, thank you guys a lot for watching, and I'm gonna have some more videos of this. I plan to do a 2 different character creation videos, just show you guys the different just the different you know, sliders and stuff, just different options. I plan to do a class video and some dungeon videos. But anyway, man, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.